Welcome back to Harvest to Table, where we bring you practical, time-tested tips for growing your own vegetables at home. Today we'll cover 10 must-know tips to grow tender, sweet beet roots and their delicious greens. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Time your planting for cool weather. Timing is everything when it comes to beets. Beets thrive in cool weather. They grow best in early spring and fall. For a spring crop, sow seeds outdoors 2 to 4 weeks before your average last frost date. Or you can start seeds indoors for setting seedlings in the garden immediately after the last frost. For a fall harvest, sow seeds 8 to 10 weeks before your first expected frost. In cold winter regions, this means sowing in mid to late summer. In mild winter regions, you can sow seeds in late summer or early fall. If you sow seeds in summer, keep the seedbed evenly moist and use a thin layer of mulch or shade cloth to cool the soil and improve germination. For a fall crop, you may want to start seeds in a cool, protected spot, even indoors. Then transplant seedlings once garden space opens up. Transplant beet seedlings carefully. Beets don't love transplanting. Whether you plant in spring or fall, succession sowing every 2 to 3 weeks ensures a steady harvest. Tip number 2. Choose the right beet varieties for fast growth. When choosing beet varieties, timing and days to maturity can make all the difference in both flavor and storage life. Early maturing beets are perfect for quick spring harvests before hot weather arrives, or for fall planting when you want tender, sweet roots ready to eat while the weather is still mild. Varieties ready in about 50 to 60 days include Detroit Dark Red, Early Wonder, and Chioggia. For longer keeping, choose storage varieties ready in about 65 to 90 days. Easy to grow storage varieties include Lutz Green Leaf, Cylindra, and Red Ace. These grow larger and hold up well in cool storage without losing flavor, making them ideal for late fall harvests or for enjoying beets deeper into spring. By planting both early and storage types in either season, you get the best of both worlds: tender roots for fresh eating and hearty, long-lasting beets to extend your harvest. Tip number 3. Prepare loose, rock-free soil. Healthy beet roots need space to expand, so start with a smooth, loose seedbed. Beets don't like compacted soil, and rocks or clumps can cause roots to fork or become misshapen. Before planting, work the soil at least 8 to 10 inches deep, breaking up clods and removing stones. Mixing in compost or a commercial planting mix or aged manure improves drainage and provides a steady supply of nutrients. Aim for a soil pH between 6.0 and 7.0. If you garden in heavy clay, plant in mounded rows or raised beds to give the roots more room to grow. Attention to good preparation up front will reward you with full, well-shaped beets. Tip number 4. Pre-soak or scarify seeds for faster germination. Beet seeds are actually clusters of several seeds wrapped in a hard, corky coat, which can slow and stagger germination. To give your beets a head start, pre-soak the seed clusters in warm water for 12 to 24 hours before planting. This softens the outer corky layer and helps moisture penetrate more quickly. For an extra boost, lightly scarify the seeds by rubbing them between sheets of sandpaper or nicking the outer coat with a nail file. These simple steps help break dormancy, reduce uneven sprouting, and lead to a more uniform stand of seedlings, which makes thinning and spacing much easier later on. Tip number 5. Sow seeds and thin seedlings properly. Because beet seeds are actually clusters of several seeds, you can expect multiple seedlings to sprout in one spot. Sow seeds about ½ inch deep and 1 inch apart in rows spaced 12 to 18 inches apart. Germination usually takes 5 to 10 days, but it can be slower in hot or dry soil. To speed things along, keep the seedbed consistently moist and shaded with a light layer of mulch until seedlings emerge. Once the seedlings are 2 to 3 inches tall, thin them so that each beet has 3 to 4 inches of growing space. Don't think of thinning as waste. Those tiny greens are tender and delicious in salads or as a garnish. Thinning early ensures the remaining plants have enough room to develop good-sized roots. Tip number 6. Keep the soil consistently moist. Consistent, even watering is key to growing plump, tender roots. Beet plants need about an inch of water per week. That's about 1 gallon, especially when planted in late summer heat. Dry soil can cause roots to turn woody, while irregular watering may lead to cracks. Water deeply so the moisture reaches the root zone, rather than just sprinkling the surface. A simple hack is to use a soaker hose or drip irrigation along each row. This delivers water directly to the roots and helps maintain consistent soil moisture without wetting the foliage. You can also add mulch around the plants to help hold in moisture, keep the soil cool, and prevent weeds from competing for water. To make sure your beets are getting enough moisture, stick your finger a few inches into the soil. It should feel evenly moist but not soggy. A consistent routine of watering and mulching, combined with this simple finger test, is one of the best ways to ensure a high-quality harvest. Tip number 7. Fertilize lightly and carefully. Beets really don't need heavy feeding, but a little extra nutrition goes a long way toward producing plump, tender roots and healthy greens. Once your seedlings are established, side dress with a balanced organic fertilizer, or just sprinkle a thin layer of compost, gently working it into the top inch of soil. Just be careful not to disturb the roots. It's important to avoid excess nitrogen, since that'll push leafy tops at the expense of root growth. For an added boost, you can use a liquid seaweed or fish emulsion feed every 2 to 3 weeks to encourage steady development. Also, beets have a higher than average need for boron, and a deficiency can cause black spots, hollow centers, or even stunted roots. Since only a trace amount is required, dissolve half a teaspoon of household borax in a gallon of water and apply it evenly over 10 square feet of soil once per season. Or just choose an organic fertilizer that lists boron among its micronutrients. With this light but targeted feeding, your beets will grow smooth, sweet, and flavorful. Tip number 8. Take advantage of cool fall weather. Cooler autumn days are what make fall beets so sweet. Unlike spring crops, which may bolt as soon as temperatures rise, fall-planted beets mature during the shortening days and cooler nights of autumn. This not only prevents bolting, but also slows growth just enough to concentrate the natural sugars in the roots. If an early frost threatens before your beets are ready, go ahead and cover the rows with fabric or a cold frame to extend the season and protect young plants. In many regions, beets can withstand light frosts, and honestly, the flavor actually improves after a chilly night. Tip number 9. Harvest at the right size. Timing and technique are key to getting the best flavor and longest storage life from your fall beets. Most varieties are ready to harvest 50 to 70 days after planting, but smaller baby beets can be pulled as early as 40 days. To harvest, just gently loosen the soil around the roots with a trowel or garden fork. Then grasp the tops near the crown and lift carefully. Be sure to avoid twisting or yanking, which can bruise the roots. A simple hack is to harvest on a dry day and brush off excess soil without washing. This will help prevent rot during storage. Tip number 10. Store beets properly after harvest. Freshly harvested beets will last for weeks if stored properly. Trim the greens just above the crown. Don't leave the tops too long. Long tops can cause the roots to dry out. The greens can be eaten right away, while the roots should be stored in a cool, damp place. To keep beets in the refrigerator, place them in a perforated plastic bag and store them in the crisper drawer. For longer storage, layer them in damp sand or sawdust in a root cellar. Properly stored, beets will keep their flavor and firmness well into winter. And there you have it. 10 simple tips to help you grow and harvest the best sweet, tender beets and fresh greens. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Harvest to Table channel for more step-by-step gardening advice. And don't forget to check the links below for more growing guides to help you succeed in your garden. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, this is Stephen Albert wishing you happy gardening. See you in the next video.